What's happening, people? Today we got Fulham versus Blackpool because FIFA just gave out uh, a Europa League spot to Fulham for the fair play, whatever that thing is. They get it for fair play, and Blackpool came second. Well, it they came, I believe. Fulham came fourth behind Chelsea, Tottenham, and Man United, but they came first out of the teams that didn't make Europe, so they'll be going to Europe. And Blackpool came second place, and they won't be going to Europe. And for Fulham, this could be a big problem because if you're going to get into Europe, this is the wrong way to get into Europe. If you're going to qualify this way, it means you have to go through all the qualifying stages. I believe it's 4 qualifying stages just to get into the group stage, which is crazy amount crazy amount of unnecessary games just to get into the group stage. They start playing June 30th, I believe, 29th, 30th. I mean, in a month. They get no break whatsoever. I mean, chances are they'll probably be playing their youth team, but still, it is still an unnecessary amount of games. And if you're FIFA, you gotta think. You almost feel like you're being punished. I know it even looked as though Fulham was like, oh, we don't want to do this. They got 22 players sent off and 20 yellow cards in their last 4 or 5 games, something like that, trying to get rid of this. But they ended up going anyway. And as for Blackpool, Ian Holloway was quite excited that they didn't get in. He said that he would have played his youth team either way. And he's glad they didn't get in, considering the rebuilding they have to do and the trouble they might go through losing all those players, including Campbell and Charlie Adam and Vaughn. Those 3 players, I think, will be leaving. Now that we're done talking about Fulham, it's unfortunate for Fulham. I mean, good luck. Maybe they'll get to the final like they did before, a couple of years ago. But if you're Fulham, you gotta be feeling like you're cheated there. You do something great during the year, good play, fair play, and you get all that extra football that is just unnecessary for your first team. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about in this video was the Blackpool transfers that will most likely take place over the summer. The 3 players I wanted to focus on were Vaughn. 4 players I wanted to focus on, I guess. Vaughn, Campbell, Taylor Fletcher, and obviously Charlie Adam. Now, Charlie Adam, as far as I'm concerned, has been talked about by are linked with 2 teams, Liverpool and United, and it's just those 2 teams I've heard links with, but I don't even believe too much in the United thing. I think United are better, or I think we'll go after a much larger midfield player. I know Adam's good, and I like him, he's a good player, but I think they'll go after a much larger player, and hopefully Adam will come to Liverpool. I like him. Second, Campbell. A lot of talk about him going to Sunderland, considering the lack of striking power they do have over there in Sunderland, and the ability, and he does have the ability. As this gets close to the end, Taylor Fletcher going to Wolves, from what I've heard, can fit in with Wolves and their style of play. And Vaughn, most likely headed to Aston Villa, considering the massive clear out that they're having. 10 players to leave on free transfer, which is outstandingly bad, I guess. It's unfortunate. But that's it, guys. Peace.